What is good, everybody? It is Spill here, and welcome back to the NBA 2KLabs channel. In this potential video series, we're going to be rating and grading subscriber builds that were sent in to us from X. I'll be going through the build and giving a letter grade to each attribute category respective to the playstyle I think that we're going for, and then at the end, I'm going to try and optimize that same build. If this video does well, I'll be doing a lot more of these, so be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you might change. Don't forget to subscribe and turn those notifications on, and without further ado, let's get right into it. The build we're going to be looking over is a 6'8" ISO lock sent in to us by Drilly ENT. Now off rip, I liked where he was going with this build and it looks really solid, but let's start with the finishing. The main attribute here is the driving dunk with an 84. That's going to be a great threshold for the LeBron dunk package, and you even get pro contact alley-oops. So I do like the 84 driving dunk here, and then a 70 layup, which is going to give access to Bron's fearless finisher, which is definitely a nice to have badge. That's pretty much it in terms of finishing. I'm going to give it a B-, but overall I think it can still be very effective for attacking the rim. If I were to give it a higher grade, one small but important change I would make is going for at least 40 to 45 standing dunk for those standing dunk packages. For the shooting, we're going to be able to hit from 3-point range pretty consistently, having an 83-point rating, but the low mid-range at 65 is not a great look considering it's one of the most powerful attributes in 2K24. I'm assuming this is more of a park build, so I won't judge the low free throw, but the shooting in general here is a bit limited, which is why I have to give this category a C-. For a better grade here, I would definitely increase the mid-range to be more effective and consistent as an ISO lock. The playmaking here is solid, but it's hard to mess up as 6'8s are pretty capped. So we have a max of an 85 ball handle and 75 speed with ball for the dribble styles. And then I know this is probably more of a park build because of the 70 pass act, and of course it's a lock anyways, but I'll be giving the playmaking here a B+ as there isn't much to do and he does hit some effective thresholds. Moving on to the defense, this ISO lock is very stout considering a lot of the other attributes this build gets. Starting with perimeter, we have an 89, which is going to unlock gold ankle braces, gold 94 feet. These are solid badges for sure with more ankle breakers, but an 85 rating for silver clamps or an 87 perimeter for gold challenger might offer a little more value to help round out the rest of your build. An 85 steal for silver glove is really solid, and then a 78 block for silver chase down artist and bronze anchor. I can't forget the 60 defensive rebound for bronze rebound chaser, and normally I'd increase the O board since it's cheaper, but since the D board rises with our interior defense, it makes a lot of sense to just move this to a 60. But overall, the defense is great on this build, and I'm going to give it an A-, but if you wanted a better grade, you have to min-max these other attributes, like for instance an 85 interior defense. An 82 will work just as good, and since you're not unlocking any more badges or getting anything with an 85, it makes sense to save those attribute points. Physicals look great here, but like I said before, you'll want to min-max these attributes to really get the most out of your build. An 82 speed is good, but an 81 is the threshold for silver speed booster, so do you really gain anything from just one more speed? And then you have 74 excel, which is another one. At 73, you get all the badge unlocks, but that one excel won't make much of a difference in your overall build. But when you compound these small mistakes and then fix them, there leaves a lot of room to make this build better. An 84 strength is good, which unlocks silver bulldozer, but I can't say it's completely worth it as the layup is still pretty low on this build and you'll be finishing with dunks mainly anyway. Then we have an 80 vert, which seems far too high for a build like this, and since I'm not getting any contact dunks which require at least an 87 driving dunk and 75 vert, I'd probably leave my vert around a 70 to at least get bronze posterizer and call it a day. But overall, I'll give the physicals a solid B+ because they're really close to being optimized. Now I know it seems like I'm taking the easy way out, but honestly I give this build a B grade. It's really solid in just about every area and hits a lot of good thresholds. What's holding me back from a higher grade isn't only the changes I've mentioned, but also the fact that this build isn't completely min-maxed, leaving a lot of room for improvement. Now if I were to recreate this build and strictly optimize it for the best thresholds, it would look something like this. It's not much different, but it makes a big difference if you get what I'm saying here. I'm increasing my dunk by 3 for pro contacts and also getting my standing dunk to a 45 for those good standing dunk packages. It's going to be tough to upgrade the midi, but we did get it to a 72 to at least get silver midi magician. I didn't touch the playmaking and slightly altered the defense by lowering interior to the proper threshold at 82. I'm lowering perimeter another 2 attributes here for gold challenger and then keeping everything else the same. For physicals, we lowered speed and excel by 1 to meet those thresholds we needed, and then I lowered strength by 2 to at least make sure we had silver immovable enforcer. If you wanted the 84 strength for bulldozer, brick wall, and physical handles, you can do that, but honestly the best badge here is silver immovable enforcer, especially as a lock, which is why I chose an 82 strength. And then like I said, the vert was a little too high, so we lowered it to a 75 for the contact dunks and then maxed stamina as it's extremely important this year. Now here's a breakdown of the changes from before and after, and as you can see, after min-maxing this build, we were able to get 10 more total attribute points invested and hardly lost anything at all. But at the same time, we gained quite a bit with contact dunks, standing dunks, and even an improved mid-range game as an ISO lock. Now that is all we have for this subscribers build, grade, and rating. Leave a comment below and let us know what you would change, and also be on the lookout for the next submission post if you want to be featured in the next video. Thank you all for watching. It's been Spill, and I'm out. Later.